may this be one of the best moments of your life. You're listening to the Business Mirror Podcast for a broader look on business with Senior Editor Dennis Estopace.
Good day, I'm Dennis Estopace, and welcome to Wednesdays with John Mangun, a podcast to be anchored by John Mangun, a columnist for the Business Mirror newspaper, and who operates a website titled mangunonmarkets.com. Mr. Mangun will share with us one of the many pieces he wrote for his column titled Outside the Box, which is published every Tuesday and Thursday in the op-ed section of the Business Mirror. We hope you enjoy your Wednesday with John Mangun.
King dollar. It is true that we need more financial literacy, but it should be much more than what is life insurance and why can't most local mutual funds outperform the stock exchange index. Of course, I sound like, and I am a cranky old man, when I talk about the all-pervasive ignorance about money in the markets. But this is the internet age, when the sum total of all human knowledge is available to almost everyone instantly. For example, we hear this question all the time. Why don't we return to the gold standard where currency is backed by gold? The truth is the US dollar was never backed by gold except in some transactions between governments. Until 1973, foreign official holders of dollars could use US dollars to buy gold from the US government. The U.S. Mint Act of 1792 allowed holders of both gold and silver bullion to exchange that gold and silver for coins at a price fixed by the government. The Coinage Act of 1873 limited that exchange to only gold. The Gold Standard Act of 1900 allowed ordinary people to exchange gold for dollars from the government. There never truly was a gold standard for the dollar, but there was a dollar standard for gold. While a person could exchange $20 paper for a $20 gold coin, because the government fixed the price, there was no difference in value between holding a gold coin or a paper dollar. Of almost equal ignorance is why the US dollar is the international reserve currency, and why it will stay that way long into the future. Look, money started this way. A few thousand years ago, a poultry farmer needed a worker and offered to pay him in chickens. But after a month, the worker had several dozen live chickens and more eggs than he could eat. He asked his boss to give him a piece of paper that said, "Redeemable for 2 live chickens." Now the worker could take that paper to the baker and exchange it for bread. While the exchange rate between 2 chickens and bread might go up and down, at least you knew that the poultry farmer would always redeem the paper for 2 chickens. That is the chicken standard. New Zealand has a $1.6 billion trade surplus with China and Hong Kong. New Zealand has a $1.6 billion trade deficit with Germany. New Zealand will not accept payments for its goods in Chinese renminbi because Germany will not accept renminbi from New Zealand to pay for its German imports. So what currency do you think all 3 countries will accept for payment because all 3 can use that currency for trade with all other nations? New Zealand and China and many other countries have set up currency swap agreements to exchange payments in one currency for equivalent amounts in the other. But most of these are lopsided, favoring one side or the other. Vietnam has a $20 billion trade deficit with China, and its currency is worthless any place outside of Vietnam. The Philippines has a $450 million trade surplus with Mexico. But where are we going to spend Mexican pesos? While all the experts are blaming slow global growth on the trade war, the reason is really much simpler. There is a shortage of dollars in the international markets because money is flowing to the U.S. because of its higher interest rates, and because the higher dollar is decreasing U.S. exports. The U.S. dollar is the lifeblood of global trade and therefore the global economy. And that is not going to change anytime soon.
Thank you for listening to the Business Mirror podcast. For a broader look on business, follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Business Mirror. Until next time.